Imagine if you got what you want every time. No struggle, no hard work, no challenges. No hard work required. Some of you are saying that would be great. You would be weak. And then when something hard comes up in your life, you wouldn't know how to handle it. Because you have never gone through anything that strengthens you. You cannot grow without struggle.
Hi everybody, my name is Nomstar, SEASON1 Ep14. Today I'm here to meet Themba Masango. Themba Masango is a co-founder and a secretary general of Not In My Name. Today we're going to have a sit down and find out more about this NGO.
And this is Street Talk.
Hi everybody, my name is Nomstar, and today Kenale Themba. Themba, what's your full name?
My name is Themba Masango.
Masango.
Pondolbovu namhlanje hlabi hlabu ubunyoyo.
Ayo.
Ngibona thomumuntu thomumthomawo. Umkhulu umabhokisi indeni umhlabu nethuli. Ngimloyo.
That's wonderful. Yes. Themba. I'm here because of this. Not In My Name.
Right.
And I would like to know more about what you represent.
Yes. Yes, my name is Themba Masango. I'm the current Secretary General of Not In My Name and one of its co-founders. And we started our organization in 2017 in May. And we are recognized as the fastest growing civil rights movement that is black-led in South Africa. We have branches nationally and internationally. So when we first started, we were called Not In My Name SA because our scope was just around South Africa and the 9 provinces of South Africa. But by God's grace, through the work that we're doing, the organization started to grow and so on. And then hence we had to then change to Not In My Name International. The reason is that we've got now branches in other countries. Okay. We've got Zimbabwe, we've got Sierra Leone, we've got Australia, we've got New York City. Wow. So we continue to grow, and the work that we do is something that is very close to our hearts. We started off as the genesis of the organization. We see ourselves as a countervailing force to those who are intent on undermining our civil liberties and our constitution, and mainly standing up for the rights of women and children, especially with the scourge of gender-based violence that we're currently facing in South Africa. I don't know if you know this, but in South Africa, our femicide rate is 5.1 times higher than anywhere in the world.
How come? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so maybe just to explain to some of the viewers that femicide is the killing of women by intimate or close partners. So somebody that they know closely who will kill women. So it's almost as if the South African men are at war with their own spouses. Sure. And you know, we are known as the rape capital of the world. In South Africa, every 3 minutes a woman is being raped. Every 3 days a child is being killed. Our statistics are just horrible and horrendous. And that is part of the reason why then we decided to stand up and say, Not In My Name. And we didn't say not in our name, we said not in my name. Because we want to personalize it, that even if you are alone as a man, you must be able to stand up for what is right. Even if you are at the car wash or at the Chisanyama or at the pub or at the gig, wherever, when you see abuse, when you see wrong things happen, you must stand up and be able to say, I'm not going to allow that, and I'm not going to entertain this, and not in my name to this. So that's how the organization started, and we were doing our best to try and engage men, particularly. Okay. You know, because remember, women don't rape themselves. So if you want a solution to the issues of gender-based violence, and rape culture and all these things that are rising, that are wrong in our society, you need to get the perpetrators involved, because you won't get an answer from a victim. So we thought the best thing is to engage men, and more importantly young men, especially young boys. We've got a very progressive program that we run with a sister organization of ours called Galisa Moyeni. Today I'm wearing that one. You'll see later on, if you are still around, we're going to feed young people in Mamelodi. Over 500 people are fed through this organization every single Wednesday. Go C4 Mamelodi.
Go C4. So C4 Mamelodi every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Address
you are welcome.
Do you know the address?
Opposite Ndima Primary School.
Opposite Ndima Primary School. In the morning.
Montar.
So lunchtime.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah. So most of the time, because school, and then at least they can get something to eat.
Sure.
And then they can move high and so on. So they are more than welcome every Wednesday. We are looking, by God's grace, if we can get more partners on board, more people to join. We want to try and see if we can get it to become a daily thing.
Yes, I'm gonna put all your details so that anyone who wants to partner with you guys, or send you guys a message.
Yes. No, that would be great.
Yes.
Because those are one of the pillars of Not In My Name, is to fight the socio-economics. Because sometimes you look at issues of gender-based violence and abuse and toxic masculinity, you realize that a person is not an abuser just because they want to be or they're born that way. Certain issues happen to them. Growing up, people come up from poor families, husband loses a job, and then
Yeah.
and then change.
I know that's here, but it's sad.
And then it builds up all of those things. So if you can try and fight the social economics, so for example, we've got programs that we try to get people into jobs, so that at least you can get some form of dignity back. Just hafela fru somewhere is a different mindset and opener. So we try and get that type of mindset going in our people, so that we can try to bring down the scourge that we are facing.
All the things that you said, I never thought that South Africa was so high in this abuse, in gender-based violence, but now, do you really know what causes this big change that at this point we find a lot of men abusing females? When you do your research, do you see the reasons why?
So well, that's part of our main focus.
Yes.
And what you find out is that men do not abuse because it's wrong. They know it's wrong, but they do it because they know that there's no consequences to it. You understand? So South Africa is a very progressive country with a very good constitution and all. But the issue here is that if those laws that we have don't get implemented, it becomes a problem. Understand? So for example, if you're my girlfriend now, and then I'm providing everything and so on, one day we are police station. How are police station, man? Automatically, that gives me the sense in my mind that nothing's going to happen to me. Even police are going to turn you back. Socialization is a big problem, because if, for example, go back. You understand what I'm saying? So
how really high?
What I'll go one more high. When bargaining this thing, Musaidu Twara, I mean, those are cultural sayings, but if you think about them, it's nonsense. why are you going to people who are live? You will cut yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? But those cultural, that's why I say I call it socialization. Cultural things. For example, watinti mfazi, watinti mbogoto.
Yes.
So in other words, if you strike a woman, you strike a rock. So a woman is a rock.
So
there's no consequence. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that mindset, especially that men grow up with, even religion is also a perpetrator here, because you are told he is the head of the home. Even if that head is empty, he is the head. You understand what I'm trying to say? So men and boys grow up with that thing. I don't know, I come from also a very cultural background. Maro, you'll find ukuthi ekhaya abafana nabantomazana are there, kuyaphenyiwa kuyadliwa. First thing ukubuza kubantomazana phakaman yogeza izitsha.
Yes.
And the boys go out babule straight.
Yes.
You understand? Automatically you are saying you are higher citizens and you are lower. So you are perpetuating that stereotype in men. To be able to think I'm bigger and I'm better than you. Look, I'm not saying that we should not respect each other. If I'm a husband and a wife, you must respect one another, and all of those things, there must be. But there should be no thing of saying that I am therefore better than you or higher than you. Because the moment you're like that, then you become a commodity to me. You're no longer somebody with their own feelings, their own dreams, their own hopes, or anything like that. You are like a cell phone that I bought. That's why also even the concept Yamahadi, we should understand it properly. I'm not against Mahadi because I'm going to buy a wife. Yes. But now our young boys aren't given that understanding anymore. We know into Yamahadi is it's more about appreciation, and then it's friendship. It's as a family is coming together, and you are appreciating the family for raising this person so that you can have a wife. Because the moment it's like that, you are just as good as my cell phone. Whatever I want, you must just do. If you I want to have sex, you must just do it. You cook now, you understand?
Yes.
Why? But you didn't buy it. So all of those things, so we're talking about, you are asking based on our research.
Yes.
So all of those things affect us towards issues of gender-based violence, where small men don't have respect for women or their counterparts, and don't realize that by perpetuating those things you become an abuser. And we always say here that it is rain that grows flowers, not thunders and lightnings. So you must raise your intellectual argument rather than your fists.
Sure.
And that's how you can win people.
This is so deep. But do you also realize, Horim, the fact of women being empowered also has another input in men being abusive? Because I realize some men, when they feel not
belittled,
undermined, but belittled, and the money factor that the wife is working, and does that also add up into this whole thing?
It does, and that's why we have to go out and teach people. My self-worth is not determined by how much I have in my bank account or how strong I am, and so on. So it's very important. That's why socialization is very important. And in our programs with young boys is to teach young men who you are, because I always say I know a lot of poor people. The only thing they have is money.
I get you.
He's so poor.
Like
all he has is money. But he's poor in character. He's poor in intellect. He's poor in understanding. He's poor in faith. He's poor in outlook. He's poor in attitude, is poor in just in nature. The only thing in Aliona Kichelet. And then we respect that person over somebody who's got value, who is a leader, who's got, you understand what I'm saying? So you've got to teach young boys from small that don't put emphasis on just material things. And then 9 out of 10 times we're living in a society now where women are advancing.
Yes.
And rightly so. Look, let's be clear and understand each other. The emancipation of women and the growth of women is a fundamental right, and it must happen. You understand? Because of the atrocities of the past,
Yes.
where we come from, not just apartheid,
Yes.
but even colonialism before. I'm a student of Thomas Sankara, and Sankara teaches us that no nation can call itself completely free until all of its people are emancipated, especially its women.
Especially
Understand?
the women.
Yes, because the women knows how to stretch the rand. Konahana where kai live mamang and whatever, and but the woman, if I give it to her, I know there will be food at home.
Yes.
Somehow there will be lights. Somehow there'll be, because women are naturally gifted in that to become homemakers and builders and so on.
Naturals.
So naturals, exactly. And we need to give each other that due. So many times, guys, indeed, yes, feel just because manje mina angna mali lingana nomfazi wami, I'm smaller, so manje fanele ngimkhombe ukuthi indoda ubani. Then we must ask ourselves, kanti ubudoda yini? Yabo?
What makes you?
Yeah, bona thina ngesikhethu mandebele bayendaweni. And ingomeni the real ones, hayi le manje le.
I'm a fill pack.
La wahimritela faka. Aphuza namakhukho. Uthi ingoma yethu.
Ingoma, yeah.
They teach you proper things. How you treat a woman. What a woman is. I was reading now that you were talking about a man is a bridegroom, and the woman is a bride. She's only called a wife after the marriage, after the wedding. Now a bride and a bridegroom. So this guy, if you're a bridegroom, you must groom this bride.
Oh, I get you now.
And with patience, with love, to groom her to be the best person that she can be for you. But men now don't have that. Yeah, what?
They don't want to be.
But I want perfection. I want a porn star in bedroom. I want a chef in the kitchen, and you must just be quiet. But then that's not life. You understand? So, yeah, NOTINMYNAME is about a lot of those things.
Yes.
We assist different organizations, as you can see, Sanity Prayers.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, we do drives where we give out to schools, to women. We've got self-defense classes.
Okay.
Pepper spray. Pepper spray, and teach them how to protect themselves in situations.
We need that.
Yeah, so we've got such things. About over 300 women were there.
Oh.
Yeah, doing.
Yes,
the skills.
Yeah.
Well, definitely not me. Definitely not me. So, but no, guys, is the proper guys. They came. They helped with that, and then also had pepper sprays and whistles. And, because of the environment we are living in.
Now there is this thing that this one made me want to come here. All these kids who are being raped, abused, stolen from homes. I feel I think the recent story, what's the little girl's name?
In Boxburg, the 4-year-old child.
Yes, I just saw the story and I was really touched. And then I heard you guys were on that story as well. That's why I came here. I was like, sure, we really need to touch on this topic.
That's true.
What causes people to behave like animals? What causes this murder, Yabana?
I wish I knew. Create a vaccine and no killer vaccine. COVID. I wish we could get that. But I really don't know. But what I do know is that we are living in a very sick society, where men and women are just evil now. People don't, last week there was a case of a man who was raping his own 5-year-old child.
His own child?
His own child, not even what? So, they're sleeping, Mama thing. This guy is busy with the child. Right now, we were coming from court of this child. She's 8 years old. The stepfather slit her throat.
Killed her?
Fortunately, she didn't die, but she's still in hospital now. We don't know if that child will ever recover. It was attempted murder. Why? Because he's arguing with the mother. So I'll
hurt the child.
I mean, really, what even crosses your mind to even think that? What crosses your mind to go and rape a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old? I mean, what really? This honestly, this is satanic.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I honestly don't know how we are going to deal with this.
So it's traumatizing for you guys as well.
Yeah, we go through counseling. We've got resident counselors and psychologists, and we have to debrief now and then. And otherwise,
the police on this type of cases, especially the Tabanati, how's their reaction? Do they work faster? Do you feel that there could be something better being done on these type of cases?
Definitely. I mean, what you do wish for is that, for example, this case is where it's been moving since March. And it's a clear-cut case. Why so long? Why don't you get this guy, throw him behind bars, throw away the keys?
So the mom is the witness?
The mom, the gogo, and other people. It was outside. So it's not a matter of this was a secret. So why then must it carry on so long? The family suffers secondary victimization and trauma because every time they're going to court, they have to hear and all of that. So my issue with the justice system in South Africa is that we are very much perpetrator driven and perpetrator centric. This thing of saying you are not guilty until proven guilty. Sure. But with cases like this, where it's clear and witnesses and there's no, Ngabazi, you are guilty until you are proven innocent.
Yes.
But the law of this country does not allow such things. And that's why you need organizations like NOTINMYNAME to try and fight even the legality of it. To go and say, we need to look at the prosecuting handbook. We cannot say a person like this can even have a mindset of saying after you've done all of these things. So those are things that we also have to try and fight and get the powers that be to legislate against. To say that this law, it's right to say you are innocent until proven guilty. But when it comes to issues of gender-based violence, abuse, where there's witness, where somebody has murdered a woman who is pregnant, it's clear is admitted to be so. then you are guilty until So those are things that we need to fight and get parliamentarians to even try and change the laws of this country. And it's part of the reason why people were even saying to us that maybe you guys should consider becoming a political party. To go and to parliament and fight these things and try. Very disturbing. And politicians don't have the will to want to fight these things.
Because no one is really tackling into these type of things.
Yes. Why? Because many of them are perpetrators themselves. Yeah. So
how do we fix this? And there was one story, I remember that's the first time I saw Not in My Name it was a child osale atimela ko D4 I was hurt so much only by the fact that the police officers could not come out and look for this child. But by meeting 24 hours. How do you do 24 hours with a child?
Right. And even that 24 hours, there's no such law.
I think.
No. But then it goes to tell you that our police officers are not adequately trained when it comes to such issues of gender-based violence, child abuse, and all of these things, because no 24 hours, even though their own police handbook does not say that, let alone that poor child was autistic. So that shows that you should actually be vigilant and urgent to say, no, we need to find this child because the child is not 100% right. We need to get the child back home as quickly as possible. But police don't care. So they'll use an excuse in the front desk to say, no, you must wait 24 hours.
No
and it sounds right. Or and there is a that's why then we decided to start a program called Police the Police. So we have a very progressive program that is called Policing the Police. This is with regards to cases that get open, because sometimes unavuli case in 6 months you don't hear anything from the investigating officer. The only thing you get is an SMS, they don't reply to this, and then that's all. After 6 months you find the very rapist walking in the street. What I was is a case house investigating officer never did their job. You understand? Or somebody went and paid something to get rid of your file at the police station. So we've got a very active program that is called Police the Police. And if needs be, we shut down a police station. We are citizens. We are paid. And people must understand, as citizens in this country, that it is your right to demand answers from public servants. That's why the outside police station because you and me pay them. They are taxpayers. They work for you and me, not for the president or anything, or them for us. No, and they are a service. They are not a force. So if they are not providing the right service, you've got a right to go there and complain. You've got a right to expose. You've got a right to demand that different people go there. And that is why we had that march that time, and we shut down the police station, and and it helped them, because to pull up but what I want to emphasize that citizens, it doesn't matter you are part of the organization or not, you've got full right to demand proper and clear service, especially from police, hospitals, parliamentarians, politicians, municipalities. This is our money as taxpayers.
Yes.
And you've got a full right to get and demand answers. So Police the Police program is still going on. Last we were helping a woman who was at the police station in Sinoville, Moat, and all those places to check cases. How far is this case? We're now Officer Mazibu, we're the investigating officer here. When was the last time you spoke to the complainant This person was read 8 months ago. She's not been to court. She doesn't know even court. It's a nanny. And here's the most painful thing. It happens to our people.
What do you mean our people?
Blacks.
Okay.
In particular.
Okay.
You won't hear these problems go Grasfontein police station or go Waterkloof or wherever. Mamelodi, Soshanguve, Atteridgeville. Why? Because they know 9 out of 10 times these people are poor, these people don't know the law, these people don't have the strength to go and fight, and so on. If you are the investigating officer, so when I phone you 10 times a day, time to phone you.
And we'll make sure.
If not, you'll drive there.
And you'll find someone higher than you.
And if not, can I speak to your manager?
Yes.
You understand? And African people, black people need to start learning that. And that is why organizations as Not In My Name are there for you. To say, okay, maybe when I was with Enzel, or you don't have the money to and so on, join Not In My Name, become a member, so that we can be able to assist you to get justice on your behalf.
You actually touched it,
Yeah. Okay. So that is part of the reason why we started.
So there is membership.
Yes, there's membership. So membership is annual, so it's 12 months.
Okay.
It's 120 rand a year.
Okay.
So it's 10 rand a month. 120 rand a year. Then you've got access to our activism. You've got access even to our counseling, psychological help, and so on. You've got access to legal advice. First legal advice. So we're not saying we're going to pay a lawyer for you and all of that, but you can get advice first time, and then you go.
Okay.
And then you can bring your cases to the office. It's 300 rand consultation. So we get to see your case, find out what's the case, what's the case number, when was it, when was the last time you spoke to the police, what happened, and so on. So we can advise you to say, okay, the next step is so, or maybe you want us to go with you, and then we take it from there.
Yes.
But it's better to be a member. Then you know you are a fully fledged member in good standing. And we've got branches throughout the country. So you can even join a branch. You don't have to be at main office. You can join a branch, and even if you want to start your own Not In My Name branch, you can recruit people. If you are more than 50, you become a branch in good standing.
Yes.
Then we support you, and there's regalia, t-shirts and whatever.
So then let's say this person needs help in a 300 rand, but one needs you guys to assist. Do you guys still have an open door for those people who are saying, you know what, I have not joined, I've just watched this show, More Street Talk, Barry,
shout out Street Talk.
Shout out. And then I'm so interested, but Nomsa, I get 300 rand, but I need serious help.
No, definitely. I mean, it is true. A lot of 300 rand, but
yes,
120 rand you join, many people don't have. And actually, you'll be surprised that it's only this year that we started to charge the 300 rand.
Okay.
For the first 5 years we've been running, we've been doing it for free.
What?
And you may ask yourself, who funds Not In My Name?
Yes.
Not In My Name is not funded by anybody. One reason is because we don't want to be captured. He who pays the piper calls the shot, right?
Oh.
Calls the tune. So if Rupert in Kokaikai area qualify 10 million, tomorrow again it was right. And not to say we don't want Rupert to sponsor us. Please, if you can sponsor us, go ahead. We will appreciate it. Mara, understand that we are not going to be remotely controlled. Too many times that people who are donors, some of them are perpetrators themselves. And Rena are now or feel 5 rand and then we're going to come after you, even you that don't.
Yes.
So sometimes even government doesn't help, because why as with love sibapha imali kusasa bazabe baculi by one corner
Lozwana police station.
so it becomes a little bit difficult. So hence you've got to find creative ways to be able to fund the organization, start businesses, do this and do that. But if we can get people who are joining the organization, or you can get people who have got genuine goodwill, it's going to help us. Saying that being said, I wonder if I can put this in, if I can do an advert quickly.
Do it.
On the 18th of November, we've got our first annual gala dinner, right? So it's an opportunity to network with, captains of industry, other politicians, other business people, and so on. But also it's an opportunity for those who are well-wishers, supporters, to be able to, fundraise and give to the organization.
Okay.
So it's going to be on the 18th of November. It's a restaurant just down the road, Just Cuban. We're going to be holding it there.
Just Cuban in Hatfield.
Yeah, 129 Duxbury Road.
Okay.
Just Cuban, 18th November. And
time?
At 6 o'clock it starts. So 5:30 for 6. So I remember 5:30 because, hey.
5:30,
yeah,
okay, in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a gala breakfast.
Or
so,
dinner.
Yes, so we're going to be a gala dinner. And then it's 300 rand per person to enter. So come through, book your table and your seat, and we're hoping that Street Talk will also be there.
Of course.
And so we'll be able to have, we've got guest speakers lined up, JJ Tabani, and so on, a few others that we're wanting to have, and then at least we're able to interact with movers and shakers in society. And like I say, we want to celebrate our beneficiaries and people to realize the work that we do and understand that we don't do it for money, but we need money to do it.
I get you.
See?
Yeah.
So we'd want people to come through and donate.
Yes.
Whatever, that 5 rand makes a difference.
It does. Yes.
Because, for example, you come and say, "Hey, Moy, one repeat logo guy, Moy must go and check." That's petrol for him to get there. People, it's lights to have this here. For you to say, "Come to the office to register your case," that office needs to be paid. Those cars that need to go to court or get march, it takes its money to buses, combis for activists, but to transfer and all of that stuff. So we're not saying that we want to profit ourselves, but we want to make sure that this thing can continue to move. The staff in the office, people need to be paid monthly, because not everyone is an activist. Yeah. So when hiring month end,
they need to get paid. With all that you're saying, I'm saying you're doing a great job. Like you putting these stories to surface. You understand, things that are hidden to surface, and you're awakening a lot of us people who think I can
tell you one story now. I feel it's important.
Yes.
It was some time ago. There was a child. She was how old? 13 years. Sorry, my Umwa is a head of security, so he knows all these. And now he's been recently put as our national organizer as well.
Okay.
So there was a child that she was 13. She was coming from school. She was hijacked, kidnapped. Sorry, kidnapped. Steve Biko side. That area.
By town.
Yeah, must say HF. It's an Iona man school. I can school home. Took her to Sunnyside. When I left them, it's famous. Where these foreign nationals who are illegal are staying. I want to clarify, we've got nothing against foreign nationals. We welcome everybody, but come legally. Come in the right way, come and do the right things. Okay? So we're not a Dudula movement. We believe, but we're also not an EFF.
Yes.
We want to just open, no.
Doors,
Come through, Come through legally so that we know you are here. So we understand what you are doing here. Come to the benefit of the country, pay taxes as well like any other person. And then you can look high, like the Uber straight work.
Yes.
Like that we won't have a problem. And understand that you're a visitor. When we were under apartheid law and in exile, whichever country you were, whether you were in Zambia, whether you were in America, whether you had to actually move around with your passport. At any time police would stop you, say, how are you? Say, you don't look like the people here. Where are you coming from? I'm South African. Proof. Or even now, if you're in China, it's a passport. People must know, oh, okay, you are here for how long? When are you going back home? You're doing the right thing. So we've got no problem with foreign nationals, whether white, black, Indian, pink, blue.
Our xenophobia.
Yes, we've got no issue with that.
Yes.
But we've got an issue with people who come into our country, abuse us, misuse us, especially our brothers and sisters and our children. So, Snesike was kidnapped, taken to Tamboti, to one of these flats where these guys are running a prostitution place. Manawatu was put on drugs for over a week to get bargain addicted to this thing. And by the time we went more, they say, no problem, sleep with this guy. You understand what I'm saying? How sick is that? What is worse, how we got to know about the case, is that the mother tried everything with the police, everything, and in their head, those same police, Ashumwe, Raya Sunnyside, Fichamola, Barmanuka, they had
the police officer so they can't even clean up the place.
And now you must remember, if we're not staying on the backup, and everything, it takes longer. Those people get tipped off. We had to decide ourselves as Noriman and a group of 4 guys and Mo, I remember she was still the woman. We said we're going in here. You understand? That day, believe me, I thought either we were going to kill these guys or they're going to kill us. And that child was found not that same day, after that, in Sunnyside. She was there, and we managed to bring her back to the family. They went to do the counseling and everything, and then that family unfortunately even left Pretoria. They went back to Eastern Cape. So that's part of the work we do. Sometimes we have to risk our own lives. Sometimes we have to defy even our own laws, because there are people who are in our country defying our own laws, and in order to get things right. So that's why it's important for the gala dinner, if people can come through and donate and help the organization.
And Mapodi, like, how can you come and tell me, oh, there's a flat, there's a building, and it's still working and operating even now? Other kids, but way to run to.
Even in this show of yours, I go so that place is but we have to keep fighting. To me about the issue of the former deputy minister of education. It was remember he was in the papers for beating up women ko Cubana ko Joburg.
Okay, I remember a little bit of that story.
Yeah, just because they called him gay, and I met him about to stick a Cubana in thing, and we told him that, listen, you're not going to work anymore. As Cole has been fired. Yeah.
So you guys made sure he steps down?
Yes. Even Barimango, Poppy must dance. Atama Fukate.
Yes.
Yeah, Obola Abetamsele Sisi.
Yes.
Yeah. And we told him, Bobe can dance me Joe, J, or Wanagare. And
Ali nako libitsa nna. Somebody
no. Yes, we have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a song, it's Walanda by one by one. Yeah. So we must.
Yeah.
And we must assist one another.
Not in my name.
Yeah, so join the movement.
Yes.
Join the
we
movement.
are cleaning up the country.
We are fixing the country.
We are fixing. Yeah.
Aslali.
Guys, I'm so happy I came here. I'm really happy I came here. I found so much information. You know, I came here with one story, but I just realized there's so many things happening.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
So
there's a lot.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, and keep up the good work. I hope Street Talk will grow, and people must subscribe and please follow and join, and let's make this better. It's great to see women such as yourself, also from Mamelodi. I'm also originally from Mamelodi. To see this happening and actually taking everyday, real, genuine stories out there to the people. So even our members and so on, please subscribe. You'll see people will follow after this. Go on. People will subscribe. Will pray. Receive subscribe.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
So we want the show to grow. We want our stories to be heard, unfiltered, genuine, without manga tricks involved in it. And so you are doing very well.
Thank you.
And with your team, may you prosper, may it continue to grow, and may it be nice. Yeah.
So thank you. And this is Street Talk.